A flat bike tire is bad news, but luckily fixing a flat is simple. Just follow our easy step-by-step process and you'll be back on the road in no time. All you'll need to change that flat is a replacement tube or patch kit, 2 tire levers, and a bike pump. The first step is to remove the wheel with the flat tire. If it's the rear wheel, shift your bike into the smallest cog in the back. This will make it easier on you. To start, open the brake, which will allow the wheel to come out freely. Now flip your bike over, undo the quick release, and remove the wheel. Again, if you're working with the rear wheel, pull the derailleur back with your hand to make the removal easier. At this point in the process, grab those tire levers. We recommend using tire levers over other tools because they're less likely to damage the replacement tube when putting the tire back on after you repair it. For our next step, let any remaining air out of the damaged tube. Once the tube is empty, use one of your tire levers to get under the bead of the tire. Move a couple inches to either side, then use your second tire lever to lift the bead of the tire over the rim. Slide the second tire lever until one side of the tire is completely off. Now that we've taken the tire off, we're going to remove the tube to check for damage and see if we can find the debris that caused the flat. For this step, you'll inflate the damaged tube, then look and listen for where the hole is. Once you've spotted the hole, use the valve stem for reference to begin checking the tire and make sure you've removed whatever caused the flat in the first place. After that, carefully double check that the tire is free of any other potential problems by running your hand along the inside of the tire. We're now ready to replace the damaged tube with a good one. Begin by unraveling the tube. Put air in the tube until it begins to take shape, and then you'll put the valve stem in first, then use your hand to insert the rest of the tube into the tire. Next, use your hands to roll the bead of the tire back over the rim. Most of the time this can be accomplished simply by using your hands, but you can also use those tire levers if you're working with an especially tricky tire. With the tire back on over the rim, fill the tire to the recommended pressure and ensure that the bead of the tire stays properly seated on the rim. Now it's just a matter of putting in the work to get the tire up to the correct pressure. We're almost done.
We know what's next, so you can count on me. Yeah! Stronger, it's taking longer. I see the ego in the people get stronger.
The fourth and final step involves replacing the wheel. To accomplish this, first line up the wheel with the dropouts on the bike. Lift one piece of the chain over the gears and pull the derailleur back until the wheel slides into the dropouts on the bike. Make sure that the wheel is all the way in the dropouts before tightening the quick release skewer. Close the lever on the quick release mechanism, flip the bike over, and reconnect the brakes. Make sure that the wheel is centered and the brakes are working properly, and there you have it. Your tire is fixed and you're ready to get back on the road.